Welcome to day 14 of our JMT through hike. Last time around I walked right by this 2 years ago, and this time I went back and I looked at some of my tracking logs and pictures, and I knew the general area and we found it this time. But it'd be easy because it's been all uphill since camp, and if you just got your head tucked down you can walk right by it and miss it. But I'm glad that we found it. And now we're going to continue onward towards Muir. We are making our way up to Helen Lake. And then from there, Muir Pass. Kind of cool to see the waterfall, and then snow still right beside it. Looks like that's as close as we're going to get to the snow this year. We're going to walk right along the edge. We'll see, there may be one other spot that I can think of that may have snow, but 2 years ago we went through a stretch about like that, and that was it. But it's kind of fun to be able to say that you did it. All right, Eric and I have made it. We have made it up to the top of Muir Pass in the Muir hut. Here in just a second, I think Eric's getting ready to take some pictures and go inside and check it out. I think we'll have a little bite to eat, and then we will start north. That direction. And the Evolution Lakes and Valley. Good evening. Yes, you probably noticed something different. This evening I'm coming from inside my tent to wrap things up. You might notice that I'm inside my quilt, sunburn, peeling, all that fun stuff. Well, the weather's changed this evening. It seems like maybe a cold front might have come through. The temperature's around 59 degrees. We got a north wind. That wind, I would say, is about 15 to 20 miles an hour. Sometimes some gusts higher than that, so it's made it quite cool. Eric and I both went our separate ways for dinner and went to our tents and cold-soaked meals. Normally we set up our portable chairs and we have a meal together, or he cooks his meal, I cook mine, but we sat around and we talk, but not tonight. As we wrap up, I want to go back to John chapter 1 verse 14. The word become flesh and took up residence among us. Just how powerful that is, that the Son of God came down to earth and took up flesh like us, or like ours, in order to be the perfect sacrifice to save us from our sins. That's a powerful verse. Day 15 of our JMT through hike. We are packed up, ready to head out of camp, but I just had to take a moment to capture the sun hitting the mountains there, and then in the background you got the clouds, and just what a stunning morning. Just a view of Evolution Creek. We've been following alongside it for most of the morning. Here in an hour or two, we'll cross over to the other side. It's just a cool stream coming through, and then a cool meadow that surrounds it. Up next is this stream crossing. Then after that, Eric and I are going to set, and we're going to have some lunch and take us a little break. We've been pushing fairly hard, or hard for us anyway. We've done 8 miles already today. We got started around 6:30, so we've done well. Well, Eric and I are safely across, no casualties. Time for a little lunch, but Before we do, I've got to let my feet dry out, and I've never done this, and if you're a little squeamish, turn away. But now you can see what hiker feet looks like when you're trying to manage some blisters. Yeah, see that nice Luco tape right there? You finally get it stuck in the right spot and you just leave it, because if you pull it off, you'll either one, run out of it, or two, it takes a layer of skin with it. So I had that blister come up. I got a kind of a padded ring thing over the blister a few days ago, and that's done really well. So if it hangs on when we get to VVR, I'll get my feet all cleaned up, and I'll get new stuff on there. This is the first of a couple of bridges we'll go across that helps us traverse the South Fork of the San Joaquin River. So this is a new bridge, and I may have the years wrong, but the bridge that was here, I believe, was destroyed in 2023 from the heavy snow year. In 2024, this bridge was replaced. I crossed it on a temporary cable bridge that was built, and 1 or 2 days after I crossed it, they flew this bridge in and installed it. You can see Eric's and my tent as I close out this evening. We've had coffee. We've had a couple hours just to relax and just have some fellowship and just talk about what we've seen and what's to come. So we've had a really pleasant evening. I found my favorite camp spot, and I'll show you why. So there's the tents. And then there's the river. It just doesn't get any better than this. Isn't that awesome to be able to see the rapids there? I come down to this stream, got water, filtered it, filled the bag back up, and Eric and I, we just sat outside the tents, but just right next to them, had coffee and dinner. Like I said, we got here around 3:30, so it's been really enjoyable. But with all of this beauty, it got me to thinking of Revelations 21, and John says, "And then I saw a new heaven and a new earth." So as beautiful as this place is, there's more yet to come. God's going to restore us and create a new heaven and a new earth from what fell in the Garden of Eden. He's going to make things new, and I just can't imagine if the old way I'm seeing this, what's in store for us when it's made new again. Good night, everyone. Welcome to day 16 of a JMT through hike. You can see we're entering the John Muir Wilderness area, the Sierra National Forest, and up is another cool bridge. Well, last night was really cool. Again, my favorite place to camp on the entire trail. It's just neat to be down there by the water, and just a good day yesterday. Looking forward to another good day today. We got some big climbs ahead of us, so it'll probably be a long day, but it sure sets us up good tomorrow to make it into VVR for dinner time. Eric's gotten real good at finding these, I don't know if you'd say miniature strawberries or what, but they're pretty small, but they are awesome. We found them yesterday, and he found another patch of them just a little bit ago, and yep, he's having him a little snack right now.
That's pretty good.
I thought the one I had was good.
It's only red berry I'll eat though.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. That was pretty good. You get about 15 of them and it makes one regular size.
That's right.
Strawberry.
It's all that hard work you did to get up here to find them.
Yeah. Almost 2,000 feet.
Yep.
Oh, man.
We're looking towards the east. The trail goes to the north, but we stopped just to take a glance at this alpine lake, and then you'll also notice that in a distance it's been raining and thundering. You can see the clouds out there. This is part of the same lake system, if you will. They're connected. The one that I showed you just previously, this is part of Sally Key, so they're joined together at a small little neck that we had to cross over and do some rock hopping, but it all worked out. And next up, hopefully, is the pass. This is the third Heart Lake that we've passed so far on our journey. Hopefully you can see the shelf that runs out from the rocks there in the center. It's pretty cool. You can see the rock bottom, and then the water gets really blue, and I'm sure it's deep right there. Again, this is at least the third one, maybe the fourth one. I can think of one Heart Lake in Mammoth, one in Independence, or going out to Independence, and then this one here. And I can't remember if we're going to pass another one. So there's multiple Heart Lakes on this journey. We are closing in on Selden Pass and also keeping an eye on the weather. So far, everything today's been north and east of us, so we hope that trend continues, but we're watching it. We have made it on top of Selden Pass. Be up here just briefly, and then we're going to get down because of the weather. You can see some of the clouds in front of us aren't much higher than what we are right here, so it'll be time to get down, but what an awesome view.
As you can see, we're getting held and rained on. Just as soon as we started down the path, I took the damn rain thing off my pack, of course, and I can't get to the damn hood on my raincoat.
Welcome to day 17 of our JMT through hike. You'll notice yesterday that pretty much once we got over the pass that I didn't film anything else. It's because the Sierras have shown her side of Mother Nature. We started off this trip almost the first 2 weeks in nothing but heat, blue skies. We've dodged the thunderstorms the last few days. Well, yesterday they found us. It's probably 6:30 in the morning, the following morning, and this is hell that's left over from the day before. Eric and I didn't get into it this bad. We got into some rain and some like pita marble size, small marble size, but I seen a video from another hiker, like it completely covered the ground. They were using their seat pads and everything to cover their heads, just crazy. So The Sierras are definitely showing us that she is temperamental right now. But that's kind of cool to see the hail still left over. Normally all of that would be dry trail. Maybe a very, very small stream crossing. However, it goes on around the corner there. That is all runoff from yesterday's storms. I hadn't seen water like this since 2019 when it was the high snow year and we had to battle water on the trail. A little unusual, but kind of cool. We have made it to Bear Ridge, which will take us down to VVR to the trailhead to get picked up. But look at all the hail that's still left up here. And then Eric noticed it way before I did. But once we started hiking, all the pine needles and pine cones that are knocked down, and like green pine needles, and even leaves from aspen to like it must have held for a while yesterday to leave this much, and it sounds like it might have been up to, nickel, maybe even an occasional quarter on this side of the mountain. Just a quick shot of Lake Edison. That's where VVR is located at. I think, if my orientation is right, VVR is going to be up at the very top of the lake there. It looks like the lake may be down a little bit, but we're only about a mile out, and then we get to kick back and have some R&R and have a zero tomorrow, some good food here in a little while. Well, this section is complete. Eric and I have completed 98 miles, 9 days, from Independence here to the trailhead, which there'll be a shuttle that will pick us up and take us to VVR. And I forgot to mention yesterday that as far as JMT miles go, we crossed the halfway point. Now really we crossed that and went farther a day or two earlier was starting at Cottonwood Pass, but again, just strictly looking at JMT miles, we crossed that halfway point yesterday around Sally Keys Lake. So it's been a good time, and we're getting ready to kick back in the shade and wait for that shuttle and then eat some good food. Day 18 of our JMT through hike. We're currently at VVR, and it is wonderful to have a 0 day. So today we will hike 0 miles. It's been a breakfast day, which was outstanding. And then resupply, laundry. We'll get that stuff done. We've been airing out and cleaning out tents, sleeping bags, things like that. But really, it's been a great day to relax and just enjoy the view. Look at this view. This is looking out from our little cabin that we have, and it is just outstanding. You can see the lake in the foreground, and then of course the mountains, and we will head up, not to where the tall peak is in the snow, but that ridge up there, we will head back up that direction tomorrow, meet up with the JMT, and then we will actually go back down kind of the ridge you see right there in the center of the screen, back down to lake level, and then we will start back up again, making our way to Silver Pass. Now we won't go over Silver Pass tomorrow, but we'll just start the very beginning of that climb, and then we'll finish it the following day. Anyway, it's been a great day. It's just beautiful weather here in the shade. It was cool overnight. We're just having a good time, just relaxing and not having to hike any miles today.